So let us look at the rhythm of seasons. We have cold weather, hot weather, southwest, retreating. So all these 4 seasons has to be seen in detail. We have already seen, I'll just explain you some of the points which are additional here. The first important thing is the cold weather season, which usually starts first in the northern hemisphere, usually starts first in North India, then you will see it in peninsular India. Sometimes it goes to the extent that in peninsular India there is nothing called as winter at all when it comes to the coastal region because of the impact of sea in this region. So mid-November in northern India, December and January is the coldest months in the northern plains. The mean daily temperature remains below 21 degrees Celsius over most parts of North India. The night temperature will be quite low and sometimes it may be less than 0 degrees Celsius as well. In Punjab and Rajasthan, usually it goes to the freezing point. You have seen the northwestern part of India will receive highest temperature, and the northwest also receives the lowest temperature when compared to other parts of the country. There are 3 main reasons for the excessive cold in North India during this season. One is states like Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan being far away from the sea will experience continental climate. I have told you, if you are closer to the sea, you will usually observe sea breeze and land breeze which moderates temperature, but whenever I am talking about this, then usually it is different. The snowfall in the nearby Himalaya ranges creates cold wave situation. Snowfall means extreme low temperature means high pressure, winds blow from mountains onto land, and this makes the entire climate to be cool. Around Feb, the cold winds coming from Caspian Sea, that is westerlies, usually blow over Caspian Sea and Turkmenistan and bring cold wave along with frost and fog over northwestern parts of India. Westerlies cover most of this region and they usually bring cold wave from the Central Asia towards India. The peninsular region of India, however, does not have well-defined cold weather season. If UPSC gives you explain cold weather season in India, first you have to talk about temperature and how exactly it varies in North India, temperature and how exactly it varies in peninsular India. Second important thing you need to talk is with respect to winds. There is hardly any seasonal change in the distribution pattern of the temperature in the coastal areas because of the moderating influence of this. I have already told you. Then we have to look at the pressure and winds. By the end of December, the sun shines vertically over the Tropic of Capricorn in the southern hemisphere. Because of this, high pressure will be there over North India. In South India, the air pressure is slightly lower. That is, the isobars of 1019 MB and 1013 MB pass through northwest India and far south respectively. As a result, wind starts blowing from northwestern high pressure zone to low air pressure zone over Indian Ocean in the south. That is, wind is blowing from land to sea. During this, some winds blow over Bay of Bengal and carry moisture and give rainfall to the southern part of Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu. Right? This is what you need to understand. Due to low pressure gradient, the light winds with a low velocity of about 3 to 5 km/h begin to flow. By and large, the topography of region influences the wind direction and they are usually westerly or northwesterly down the Ganga plain. Because the Ganga plain is also like this. When it is moving on the Ganga plain, it will be seen as westerly or northwesterly and become northerly in the Ganga Brahmaputra delta because it goes and hits the Arunachal Pradesh region and all, and wherever it is not there, they become northeasterly. Correct? And during the winters, the weather in India is pleasant. The pleasant weather conditions, however, has intervals which may be disturbed by shallow cyclonic depressions which are originating in Mediterranean Sea is brought to India via West Asia, Iran, Afghanistan, Pakistan, and it gives rainfall in northwestern parts of India. Some sort of snowfall is also observed in Himalayas. On their way, the moisture content gets augmented from the Caspian Sea in the north and the Persian Gulf in the south. What is the role of westerly jet stream? That is, westerly jet stream, whenever it is coming, it tries to bring these depressions towards India. Winter monsoons in India do not cause rainfall because they are moving from land to sea. I have repeated at least 100 times that in winter, winds are blowing from land to sea. It is because firstly, they have little humidity, and secondly, due to anticyclonic circulation on the land, that is high pressure, so there won't be enough rainfall. So most parts of India do not have rainfall, but there are certain regions which receive rainfall. Which are they? In the northwestern India, some weak temperate cyclones from the Mediterranean region comes, and westerlies and the jet stream brings them, and they are very less but still give rainfall for the rabi crops. And the precipitation is in the form of snowfall in the lower Himalayas. It is this snow that sustains the flow of water in summer, usually in the Ganges rivers. This is what you need to understand. We say that the Himalayan rivers are perennial mainly because of this. The precipitation goes on decreasing from west to east in the plains and from north to south in the mountains. The average winter rainfall in Delhi is around 53 millimeter. In Bihar, it may reduce to 25 and 18. Very, very important for us. Central parts of India also receives rainfall, occasionally, not very much. Arunachal Pradesh, Assam and Northeast India also receives rainfall during this particular period. And Tamil Nadu coast, southern Andhra Pradesh, southeast Karnataka and southeast Kerala also receives rainfall. Orographic rainfall is usually seen during this particular period. So winter rainfall is seen in most parts of India, but it will be very less. So rabi crop is also grown across. Because of climate change and other factors, today we are not seeing enough rainfall for rabi crops. Then let us take the hot weather season. With the apparent northward movement of the sun towards the Tropic of Cancer in March, that is, at equator, March 21st, it will usually fall. April, May and June are the months of summer in North India. In most parts of India, temperature reaches 30 to 32 degrees Celsius. In March, the highest temperature is about 38 degrees Celsius. It occurs in the Deccan Plateau, while in April, temperature ranging between 38 to 43 degrees Celsius are found in Gujarat and Madhya Pradesh. In May, the heat belt moves further north, and in the northwestern part of India, temperatures around 48 degrees Celsius are not uncommon. Very, very important for us to look at this. That is, this just talking about the temperature. I have always told you, talk about temperature differences in different parts of India. The hot weather season in South India is not intense, similar to the winter as well, because of the breeze that takes place. Right? This is very, very important for us. Some of the isotherms are parallel to the coast, confirms the temperature does not decrease from north to south, rather it increases from the coast to the interior. If you take the Indian coast, temperature will be less here, but once you go deep inside, it will be high. So high temperature inside and low temperature here. But when we actually look at the northern plains, it will be more near the northern plains, and once you come down, it will be less. Right? This is very, very important for us. And then we need to understand pressure and winds. When I am talking about pressure and winds, the summer months are a period of excessive heat and falling air pressure in the northern half of the country. Because of the heating of the subcontinent, the ITCZ moves northward, occupying a position centered around 25 degrees north. Roughly, this elongated low pressure monsoon trough extends over the Thar Desert in the northwest to Patna and Chotanagpur Plateau in the east-southeast region. So you will have low pressure being developed first. Once low pressure is developed, southwesterly winds on the west coast as well as along the coast of West Bengal and Bangladesh usually give rainfall. Correct? This is what you try to see. So they are easterly or southeasterly over North Bengal and Bihar. It has been discussed earlier that these currents of southwesterly monsoons are in reality displaced equatorial westerlies. The influx of these winds by mid-June brings about change in the rainy weather. See, what they are trying to say is, in ITCZ, we usually observe the winds blowing like this because of the rotation of the earth. Similarly, when we are actually looking, when ITCZ shifts northward, winds blow in this direction right in the northern hemisphere and they give heavy rainfall. This is what they want to talk here about, the displaced equatorial westerlies. Right? No need to worry much. What is more important is, in the heart of the ITCZ in the northwest, the dry and hot winds, often known as Lu, is usually observed. These are dusty storm and they bring different weather patterns wherever it blows. Dust storms in the evening are very common in Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan and Uttar Pradesh. These temporary storms bring a welcome respite from the oppressing heat, since they bring some rain along with them. Whenever they blow, they give little bit of drizzle and they give some relief in the extreme hot climatic conditions of Delhi. Right? As you have extreme hot climate, you will find low pressure. Low pressure means winds are rising, and as they rise quickly, usually convectional clouds or convectional rainfall is observed. Then let us take mango shower. See, this rainfall, whenever the ITCZ shifts over different parts of India, wherever they shift, they give you heavy rainfall. So let me just give you an example. When sun is rising above, ITCZ will be here. So rainfall will be here. When sun shifts here, rainfall will be here. Again, rainfall will be here. Can you see, wherever ITCZ shifts, the rainfall also increases. So this is what we say, pre-monsoon showers. It is called as mango showers in Karnataka and Kerala, which actually helps in ripening of mangoes. It is also called as blossom showers, especially it helps coffee blossoms in Karnataka and Kerala. It is called as nor'westers or thunderstorms, Kal Baisakhi, in Bengal and Assam. And this helps in growing rice or cultivation in jute and rice cultivation in Assam and Bengal. And you have Lu, hot, dry and oppressing winds blowing in northern plains of India. All this is very, very important for us. Next, you're all aware about the southwest monsoon season. As a result of rapid increase of temperature in May over northwestern plains, the low pressure conditions over there gets intensified. We have seen again and again. By early June, they are powerful enough to attract the winds from the Indian Ocean. After crossing equator, they actually become southwesterly. I have at least repeated some 20 times. The rain in the southwest monsoon season begins rather abruptly, because as soon as the jet streams are replaced, easterly jet stream brings enough rainfall, and I have already told you this is called as burst of monsoon. So we have already seen a lot about the southwest monsoons. We have already seen a lot about the southwest monsoon season. That is, we know that the winds blow southeast below equator. After crossing, it becomes southwest and enters into India. And it is divided into Bay of Bengal branch and Arabian Sea branch. Passing over the equatorial warm currents, after crossing the equator, they follow a southwesterly direction and is known as the southwest monsoons. The rain in the southwest monsoon season begins rather abruptly. This is what we have seen as burst in the monsoon, and sometimes there will be break, which we also have seen with respect to breaks in the monsoon, right? And here they try to explain in detail about the Arabian Sea branch and the Bay of Bengal branch. Before that, let me first explain you what exactly they want to talk here. You know that there is Western Ghats here. Winds, they usually come and hit the Western Ghats. And whenever they hit the Western Ghats, they usually give rainfall on the western side of Western Ghats, because as the clouds rise, they give rainfall. But on the eastern side of Western Ghats, rainfall usually decreases. This is one thing, that is, on the western side more rainfall occurs, and on the eastern side very little rainfall usually occurs. In between Kerala and Tamil Nadu, there is a pass called as, or gap called as, Palagat Gap. You can see in your atlas. So because of this gap, some rainfall actually enters into Tamil Nadu and gives some rainfall. And then when we are actually talking about the central India, you have Vindhyas and Satpuras, through which certain winds blow, and they give heavy rainfall in this region. And there will be another branch coming from Bay of Bengal like this, and these both will merge and they give heavy rainfall. Further, if I move above, we have Aravalli mountain ranges, which is also like this. But what happens? The winds, after hitting Western Ghats, they start moving in parallel direction. So when they move like this, this particular portion will get rainfall. But here it is moving parallel to Aravallis, and here it is moving parallel to Aravallis. Because of this, they won't give any rainfall here. They usually give rainfall, or they move parallel, and this region doesn't give rainfall, and here they usually meet the Bay of Bengal branch. This is one important thing. Then when I take the Bay of Bengal branch, I usually observe that you have Himalayas and eastern branch. So it hits, turns back, and it starts moving towards Delhi. One branch will meet near the central India, another branch will meet near Delhi. The second important thing that you need to understand here is, when it hits, one portion may actually enter into Meghalaya. In Meghalaya, the mountains are like this. Clouds hit this, hit this, hit this. So usually they keep on hitting, again it hits, there will be some sort of funneling effect taking place. Because of this, there will be heavy rainfall present in the Meghalaya region. The other branch will usually move upward, and they usually give rainfall in the Punjab, Haryana a little. Can you see? First, the Bay of Bengal branch hits the east coast, and then it is moving towards northwestern part. Whereas when we talk about the peninsula, first it hits the Western Ghats and then it moves this side. So west will receive more rainfall, east will receive less rainfall. So guys, let me actually read out what they have given. So here we are talking about the Arabian Sea branch, which further splits into three. One branch is obstructed by the Western Ghats. These winds climb slopes of the Western Ghats, which is 900 to 1200, and whenever they climb, they become cool. As a result, windward side usually gives you heavy rainfall between 250 to 400. After crossing the Western Ghats, these winds descend and get heated up. This reduces humidity in the winds. As a result, winds cause little rainfall on the east of Western Ghats. So Kozhikode or Pune and Bangalore get different rainfall, mainly because one is on the western side, another one is on the eastern side of the Western Ghats. Another branch of Arabian Sea monsoon strikes the coast north of Mumbai, and they enter into Narmada and Tapi river valleys, and they give heavy rainfall in central India. Chotanagpur plateau gets rainfall. After this, they actually try to merge with the Bay of Bengal branch. This is very, very important for us. And then The third branch of the monsoon wind strikes the Saurashtra peninsula, and here they move along western Rajasthan and Aravallis. As they move parallel, they usually give less rainfall. In Punjab and Haryana, it too joins the Bay of Bengal branch. These two branches, reinforced by each other, cause rains in the western Himalayas. Very, very important for us. Next important thing is Bay of Bengal branch. The Bay of Bengal branch strikes the coast of Myanmar and Bangladesh, but the Arakan hills along the eastern Himalayas usually deflect big portion of the branch towards Indian subcontinent. The monsoon therefore enters West Bengal and Bangladesh from south and southeast direction instead of from southwesterly direction. From here, this branch splits into two under the influence of Himalayas and the northwest India. Its one branch moves westward along the Ganga plains reaching Punjab plains. The other one will be moving over the Brahmaputra valley in the north and northeast, causing widespread rains. Its sub-branch strikes the Garo and Khasi hills of Meghalaya. Mausim Ram, located at the crest of Khasi hills. Usually UPSC asks you, Mausim Ram is present just below which of the following mountains? Receives the highest average annual rainfall in the world. Tamil Nadu doesn't receive rainfall from the Bay of Bengal because Bay of Bengal branch moves parallel, and also Arabian Sea branch doesn't give rainfall because Tamil Nadu is present on the leeward side. Only near Palakkad Gap it receives rainfall. So this is very, very important for us. Then we need to read about the characteristics of rainfall, which says that the rainfall usually occurs between June and September. Monsoonal rainfall is largely governed by relief and topography. That is, if you have western Ghats like this and winds are blowing like this, they give you rainfall. But winds, if they move parallelly, then they don't give you rainfall. Right, windward side of the western Ghats receive, eastern Himalayas receive. All this is very, very important for us. The monsoon rainfall has a declining trend with increasing distance from the sea. For example, Kolkata receives 119, whereas Patna receives 105, Allahabad 76 and Delhi 56. UPSC may give you to arrange this in an order. The monsoon rains occur in wet spells of few days duration at a time. The wet spells are interspersed with rainless interval known as breaks. These breaks in rainfall are related to the cyclonic depressions mainly formed at the head of the Bay of Bengal and their crossing into the mainland. Besides the frequency and intensity of these depressions, the passage followed by them determines the spatial distribution of rainfall. I have already told you about the breaks and what causes the breaks. The summer rainfall comes in a heavy downpour, leading to a considerable run-off and soil erosion. Very, very important for us. Monsoons play a pivotal role in the agrarian economy because 3/4 of our total rain is usually received during southwest monsoons. Its spatial distribution is also uneven. In few regions it gives only 12 centimeter, but it gives 250 centimeter in different parts. Because of this, different rainfall is observed in different regions. The beginning of the rain sometimes is considerably delayed over whole part of the country or only a part of the country. The rains sometimes end considerably earlier than usual, causing great damage to the standing crops, and the sowing season of the winter crops also become difficult. Any changes will have huge impact. Season of retreating monsoon. With the southward movement of the sun, we also see that the monsoon winds will retreat. The months of October and November are known as the retreating monsoons. By the end of September, the southwest monsoon becomes weak as the low pressure trough of the Ganga plain starts moving southward with the response of the southward movement of the sun. The monsoon retreats from the western Rajasthan by the first week of September, and the winter starts there immediately after that. By the beginning of October, the low pressure covers northern parts of Bay of Bengal, and by early November, it moves over Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. right? Once it enters into Indian Ocean, especially Bay of Bengal, they give you heavy rainfall. Usually this retreat is observed with some sort of heat commonly called as October heat. Very, very important for us. And then we need to understand widespread rain in this season is associated with the passage of the cyclonic depressions which originate over the Andaman Sea, and it is brought from Andaman Sea towards India through the northeast trade winds which usually blow. The thickly populated deltas of Godavari, Krishna will be usually affected, as this brings heavy downpour and may affect the entire coast, right? A bulk of the rainfall of the Coromandel coast is actually derived from these depressions. Tamil Nadu usually get rainfall because if you take the depression when it is moving from Bay of Bengal over Tamil Nadu, they are moving from sea to land and they give heavy rainfall. And then they talk about the traditional seasons on the basis of rainfall. So this is required from prelims point of view. Try to see that distribution of rainfall is very, very important. Guys, you are all aware areas of high rainfall. First, along the west coast, especially on the western side of Western Ghats. Second, sub-Himalayan areas, especially in northeast India. In some parts of Khasi, Jaintia hills, they give you heavy rainfall. Brahmaputra valley also gives rainfall. And then when we talk about areas of medium rainfall, we talk about the southern parts of Gujarat, east coast of Tamil Nadu, which receives rainfall from both southwest monsoons and also cyclonic depressions, northeastern peninsula covering Odisha, Jharkhand, Bihar, Madhya Pradesh, central India through Narmada valley, areas of low rainfall usually western UP, Delhi, Haryana, Punjab, Jammu and Kashmir, Gujarat, Rajasthan, all this. Inadequate rainfall usually the leeward side of the mountains, right? This is very, very important. On the basis of this, there are different climatic classifications, and NCERT books talks about the Koyappan classification. Here you should understand certain basic factors. This will help us in understanding the global climate as well. First important thing is tropical climates. What is the meaning of tropical climates? Even in winter, temperature will not be less than 18 degrees Celsius. That is, the temperature will be more than 18 degrees Celsius throughout the year. Second important thing he says is with respect to dry climates. That is, if it is completely dry, he calls it arid. If it is less dry, that is, if rainfall is there in some point of time, we call it semi-arid. So he gives capital S for semi-arid, W for arid regions. Warm temperate region, 30 to 45 degrees Celsius is called as warm temperate region, where the temperature will be between 18 degrees Celsius and minus 3 degrees Celsius. Whereas cool temperate, temperature will be, warmest month is over 10 degrees Celsius and the mean temperature of the coldest month is under minus 3 degrees Celsius. See guys, if it is 18 degree throughout, above 18 degree throughout, you call it tropical, correct? And if I am actually talking about 18 degree to minus 3 degrees Celsius, warm temperate, maximum is 10 degree and minimum is always less than minus 3 degree, we call it cold temperate. If frost is usually seen, that is under minus 10 degrees Celsius, we call it cold deserts. With increasing height in India, we find different climatic regions. And then Koyappan also uses different letters. For example, he used S for semi-arid, W for arid, F means sufficient precipitation, M means rain forest despite a dry monsoon season. That is, evergreen forest is there even when you find some sort of dryness. W, dry season in winter. H, dry and hot. C means less than 4 months with temperature over 10 degrees Celsius. That is, we are talking about cold temperate region. G means Gangetic Plain. On the basis of this, he tries to divide Indian climate into this. Can you see AMW? A means tropical, M means monsoon, and there will be short dry season. AS, monsoon with dry summer. There will be monsoon, but there will be dry summer, right? AW, leeward side where grasslands are usually present. BW, HW, semi-arid, steppy type of climate. That is, we are talking about grasslands, but they are a bit cool. And then we have BW, this is BWHS, you have to change it. S stands for semi-arid, BWHW is hot desert. Then you have CWG, that is monsoon with dry winter. Monsoon takes place, but you have dry winter as well. I'll show you the places properly. First, let's see one after the other. AMW, west coast of India, south of Goa. Monsoon with dry summer. Usually monsoon is available in summer, but Tamil Nadu coast receives winter rainfall. So monsoon climate with dry summer. Tropical savanna, most of the peninsular plateaus south of the Tropic of Cancer, especially on the eastward side of the mountains. BWHS, northwestern Gujarat, some parts of western Rajasthan and Punjab. Hot desert, extreme western Rajasthan, where there won't be any rainfall at all. Monsoon with dry winter. Ganga plain, when does it receive rainfall? And G, you know, stands for Gangetic plain, right? Ganga plain, eastern Rajasthan, northern Madhya Pradesh, most of northeast India. That is, you will receive monsoon rainfall, but you will also see dry winter throughout. DFC, cold humid winter with short summer. Arunachal Pradesh, where mountainous region is present. Polar, Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand. Can you just observe this? Polar is present in this region, correct? Mountainous region with some time where sunshine is available is Arunachal Pradesh. And then can you see here, steppy type of climate, hot deserts are present. Central India, monsoon will give rainfall, but winter will be usually dry. Can you see the other parts, savanna type of climate? And then, can you observe monsoon with short dry season? And can you see steppy type of climate on the leeward side? That is, rainfall will happen, but grasslands will be there, increasing height. And then can you see monsoon with dry summer in Tamil Nadu, right? So what all we see? AMW. The meaning of this is monsoon with short period of dry season. Then we have semi-arid region or monsoon with dry summer. Then we have AW, which means savanna type of climate. Then we have BSHW, steppy type of climate on the leeward side of Western Ghats and also closer to Rajasthan. Then you have BWHW, we are talking about hot deserts. Then Gangetic plain is there, CWG comes in. Then you talk about DFC, precipitation is there, but maximum you see 10 degrees Celsius only for 4 months, Arunachal Pradesh. And then you have polar region E, right? AMW, AS, AW, BSHW, BWHW, CWG, DFC and E. Very, very important. High possibility UPSC may give you this particular map and help you to match them accordingly. Last, guys, monsoons and economic life of India, go through it once. Nothing much to see and it's not important as well, right? But in exam, whenever they ask you these questions, it will help you to write. So I have explained here how different rainfall is usually seen. Next, we will be taking up how exactly we are going to see different vegetation in the world. So in this chapter, even though we took time, we tried to understand different seasons and high possibility questions can come, and students usually get confused in this particular chapter. So please go through this carefully again so that you don't miss any point. Later, we will quickly start with next chapters which are factual in nature, but we can try to analyze on the basis of what we have seen in this particular chapter.